Hi children, this is Deepika Bhaskar from GK Jain School. Today I am going to take class for 5th standard, subject science, and the lesson name is plants. Before going to the session, please subscribe our YouTube channel GK Jain School so that you never miss any new updates from our school. If you like this video, press the like button.
Now we are going to see about the fertilization. The process of fusion of male reproductive and female reproductive gametes is called as fertilization. That means the process of fusion of male, that is pollen grains, and the female stigma gametes is called fertilization. The cell which results after fusion of the gametes is called a zygote. The zygote develops into an embryo. The next is fruits and seed formation. After fertilization, the ovary grows into a fruit and other parts of the flower fall off. The seeds develop from the ovules. The seed contains an embryo enclosed in a protective seed coat, which is covered by the seed coat. The seed contains an embryo enclosed in a protective seed coat based on the number of cotyledons in the seeds. The angiosperm plants have divided into two groups, namely dicotyledon and monocotyledon. Di means two and mono means one. Dicotyledons have seeds with two cotyledons. For example, pea, bean, castor, because they have the two seeds in it. They are attached with each other. They have leaves with the knitted venation and the taproot system. Now, I'll tell you about the monocotyledons. Mono means single. Monocotyledons have seeds with only one cotyledon. For example, maize, rice, and wheat. These are all monocotyledons. They have leaves with a parallel venation and these are fibrous root system. Here dicotyledons are taproot system. Monocotyledons are fibrous root system. Now we are going to see about the life cycle of a flowering plant. The major stages of the flowering plants are the germination of seed, growth, flowering, reproduction, that means pollination, seed formation, and seed spreading. Every seed has minute plant called the embryo. Under favorable conditions like sunlight, water, and soil, embryo is grown up into a new plant. We all know, children, the plant is growing with the help of sunlight, water, and air. Under favorable conditions like sunlight, water, and soil, embryo is grown up into a new plant. This new plant bears fruits and seeds and multiplies. This cycle continues, forming the life cycle of the flowering plant. Dispersal of seeds. Spreading of seeds from one place to another place with the help of agents like air, water, animals, and birds is known as dispersal of seeds. That means the seeds are spreading from one place to another place with the help of agents like air, water, animals, and birds. So these are acts as agents. A single plant produces a large number of seeds. If all the seeds are fall directly below from the parent plant, the seedling would have to compete for surface, water, oxygen, minerals and sunlight. When the seedlings are grouped together in one place, they can easily be destroyed by grazing animals. But by nature, the seeds and fruits of a plant are distributed far and wide through the various agencies. Now, we are going to see about the dispersal of seeds. That means we are going to see about the agents, like how they are spreading from one place to another place with the help of agents like air, water and animals and birds. We'll see in one by one. Dispersal by wind. Otherwise it is called as anemochary. That means the dispersal of seeds by wind. Seeds are spreading by the help of wind. The seeds which are smaller, lighter and tiny float in air over long distance. Some of them produced with the hairs and membranous wings like structures, and so they are carried away easily. That means the seeds have smaller weight and it will float in air, so that seeds are carried by the wind. For example, cotton seed and the drumstick seed. These seeds are tiny, float in air and they have the lighter weight, so that only it is carried away by wind. Dispersal by water. Otherwise it is called as hydrochary. Fruits which are dispersed by water have outer coats modified to enable them to float. They will float on the water. The mesocarp, that means the middle layer of the seed of coconut, is fibrous and is easily carried away by water. They reach different places and grow into a new plant. I'll tell you some example for the hydrochary or dispersal by water. They are lotus and coconut. In lotus and coconut, the middle layer of the coconut and the lotus is fibrous and it is easily carried away by the water, so that only they reach the different places and grow into a new plant. Dispersal by animals. Zoochary. Some fruits have hooks, spines, bristles, stiff hair, etc. on their outer surface or the outer coat of the seed. These fruits stick on the furry coats or skins of some animals and are carried from one place to another. I'll tell you the example for the dispersal of seeds by animals. Xanthium and Archindres. Dispersal by birds. While eating fruits like tomato and guava, birds eat seeds also along with the edible portion, and they are passed out in the excreta later. That means they will be removed. The seeds will be removed by the excretion system of the birds. These types of seeds are protected from the digestive juices by their seed coat. The seed coat will not be spoiled self-dispersal method, autocurry. Some fruits disperse their seeds in the wind through an explosive mechanism and spread them. They are spread by the wind through an explosive mechanism. Example, lady's finger and balsam. Thank you, children.